Hello, I'm ToycatA, and between 2012 and 2018, I recorded and made thousands of fun fact, tutorial, and update style videos, and most of them were made here in this same Minecraft creative world. It's actually quite a shock that I've never really shown off the entire thing on YouTube before, but given that it's been a few years since I was really heavily playing this, I made one video this year in this world, and that's about it. I think it'd be kind of a fun walk down memory lane to show you the entirety of this all in one place, as I've never done before on YouTube. So let's start with the most logical place, Black One-Legged Steve, and let's work our way through the entire thing, shall we? And let's give a little bit of a talk to how this whole thing goes. But let's start by talking about the kind of center point of this whole world. What was the point of this entire creative world? Why do I have a world that's called C1, and why do I have so many thousands of videos all recorded in this same place? To some, this looks cluttered. To some, this is like a beautiful art to something. But the reality is there's no great planning done right here. The reality is I just doodled in a bunch of places. When I wanted to build something, I'd find a place where it would fit, and then if I wanted to make a video, I would build some things for that video, and a combination of those things combined leads to this very wacky showcase of so many of Minecraft's features, both past over there as you can see, and perhaps a little bit more present, you could say. But yeah, let's start with the very center, the very reason this whole world began, because one day back in the early days of Minecraft console, I just decided that I should have a creative world, and rather than starting new ones every day, I'd make a super flat world, and I just use that for all of my creative videos. So I made a world, I made this little chunk area. It was meant to be like the kind of spawn versus the not spawn, and then I put some things in chests so I could like test out PvP and those sorts of things. So I've got a bunch of swords, I've got a bunch of arrows, I've got a bunch of potions, etc, in these chests, as well as some beds for me to sleep in. And yeah, the goal was like just goof around in creative, and that way if I ever wanted to make videos, I'd have some things in the background of those videos. So when I wanted to make a giant dog face, like you better believe I did, you know, I could just make one, and then it would be in the background of any future videos that we made here on this channel. And then if I wanted to have a minecart somewhere wacky, I'd make a minecart on top of the dog face. How cute. If I wanted to make a giant cat, then we could do the same thing. And yeah, you can see this logic applied countless times here. Some of these things have a grand purpose, and some of them don't, and that should be the point of any Minecraft world. Having a grand vision is great, but sometimes it's fun just to play around, like let your creativity run wild. I don't think I'm the most creative person. I'm not even very good at being creative, but there's, you know, it's Minecraft. No one can tell you what you can and cannot do. There's no good and bad creative, except if you don't like my world, in which case you can say it's bad. Don't worry, it won't hurt my feelings, but there's no such thing as good and bad. Most people aren't judging you because you're not sharing your stuff on the internet. The reality is that for the most part, you can just do what you want. And that means if I wanted to make a video about the different tiers of, you know, weapons and how powerful they were in relation to each other, I could do so, as you can see right here. All the pickaxes, all the axes, all the shovels, and all the swords, all made of different things. If I wanted to make a video about, one of my earlier ones I remember was just crazy things you didn't know about Minecraft. To this day, this still blows my mind, and it's like, I want to work into more videos, but did you know you can walk between fences and walls? But you can only walk between fences and walls. You can walk between regular fences and never fences. They've never made it so these two types of fences connect, and the gap between them is just wide enough for you to get through, but I don't think a single mob in the game can follow you, besides maybe like a baby chicken would. But yeah, the fact is that you, even though you shouldn't be able to, my arms are clearly hitting the sides right here, can walk through these things. And yeah, there's just lots of videos that focus on this. As we go through, you're gonna kind of notice that. So anyway, nostalgia and explanation out of the way. Let's go through bit by bit, and let's explain the things that you'll see in this world. And let's start, I guess, by talking about this, because a lot of people say you're bad at Redstone, ToycatA, and it's totally true. Like, I don't follow the same standards that most people do on YouTube, which is look up a YouTube tutorial for something, do it that way. So I wanted to make a life counter. I think it was for a video maybe, or maybe it was just like, I wanted to do it for an adventure map I was planning back in the 360 days, funnily enough. I've always enjoyed making maps, honestly. But I was like, I need a life counter. So I set up a bed right over here. I made it so the bed could only spawn you over here, or like it's actually way over here, and it would spawn you onto a pressure plate, and that pressure plate would do two things. It would knock you off, just like this, and it would also trigger this whole redstone contraption, as you can see right here. Like, there's a lot happening, and basically the whole point of this was to count you down from 5 lives. So you had 5 lives at the start, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It would show you your number of remaining lives, and when you hit 0 lives, your bed would no longer respawn you because all its spawn points would be blocked, because you can obviously you can make a bed stop spawning you when a certain thing's been hit. And because I didn't follow tutorials or anything, I was just like, how do we do this by ourselves? I came up with this contraption. It's it's so big. Like, I'm sure you can do this so much more compact. But I was like, okay, we have the redstone go all the way over there for the first time. Then once the first life's off, you can hammer this down so it goes to the second place, and so on and so forth. Basically, yeah, I had a redstone system set up very complexly to just have 5 outputs and 1 input. But it was so much fun to make. Like, it's so fun to solve these things for yourself. Maybe that's just me. Obviously, the majority of YouTube disagrees with me because they just watch videos. But like back at the time, I was like, yeah, this is kind of a fun thing to play around with. Obviously, it makes sense if you just want to make a specific thing to just watch a tutorial or to, you know, Google how to do it. But if you're trying to like play around with different concepts that haven't been done, it's so fun to try, even if they're not successful. Like one that I tried a couple years later, like was a you know, noughts and crosses machine, or was it noughts and crosses? Rock, paper, scissors. So rock, paper, scissors. And the plan was, again, this is the least efficient way to do it, have like every single one of those pathways have like a measured output, and then you could work out what to show if they happened. I never could actually make it work, let alone make it work compactly. But playing around Redstone is something I've always enjoyed as a thing. I think when you set the expectations for perfect anything, you set them badly, because Minecraft's a game of creativity. And that's the key theme you're going to see happen over and over again as we go around here, because this is my spawn area. We also have a piece of redstone that was from the same video, I think, that was all about, did you know you can actually change the way that minecart tracks work? This is still counterintuitive to me because it's never said anywhere, but you can change the direction of minecart tracks so that, for instance, oh, is the redstone broken? You can change the direction of minecart tracks. Oh, I think it's like just power locked maybe, but you can change the direction so that, hey, did you know you can move track around based on just moving some signals? Although in this case, clearly not. Anyway, look at that. It changes when I move the redstone. Look at this. It changes when I move the redstone. It sure is wacky that you can do that. So I just showed like a really basic. You could have a minecart, but it could take you to home, or to Spruce Town, or to whatever this thing over here is. A second home. Sure, why not? And so yeah, that was another piece of redstone I really enjoyed. And actually, you know, I want to show you a lot of things around here. There's a lot of blocks that you're going to see and stuff like that. As I show you some things that are pretty self-explanatory, the more important message of this video, because it's partly a world tour, right? Everyone wants to see the entirety of the world, and you're going to see, you know, some beautiful little snow domes I made just for one video. Actually, yeah, it was literally one video, like building ideas, make a snow dome, building ideas, make a coliseum. So I made a whole coliseum that maybe I was going to use for some PvP concept, but I never did, clearly, based on the empty chests. Oh no, I fought creepers in here. But as I kind of show you around some of these like one video ideas, even like this, one of my favorite things to this day, the kind of random message I wanted to share, because as I went into this world, I realized that it'd been like some serious years since I'd made more than one video a year in here. Like, again, every now and then I come in here, but I haven't really played with the world the same way as I used to, and it's so cool that I can easily have access to it because there's like backups stored via the Xbox One Cloud. I've gone through multiple consoles, but I'm still lucky in that I still have access to this world. And no, this isn't like a, hey, did you know play on the Xbox? They have cloud saves. I hate the cloud saving system. I think it sucks. It happens to work in my favor this one time, but it has a lot of like downsides that come along with it. But my point is to say that if you have a Minecraft world and you care about it, you put any real amount of time into it, especially if it's thousands of hours like I have with this world, then what I would recommend, by the way, look, I never ended a village. I would never end this village, but I'm never gonna end this video. But no, the thing is I realized that if you have any connection to a Minecraft world, it's worth keeping that world you know, kind of close to you, like having a way to access it. And it seems dumb because, like, oh yeah, if I'm not playing the Minecraft world, why do I want it? Sometime in the future you will care about seeing that thing. It would be nice to go there again and see your like elongated blacksmith. This is my 1.5 times scale blacksmith. I actually really like it. I don't know why I love the effect so much, but it's kind of beautiful, right? Like, just it just makes you feel like you're smaller compared to the world. But yeah, there's look at my car. But let's come back to that later, actually. But the truth is when you're looking for something and not being able to find it, it's kind of tragic because your digital possessions You don't treat them as like they're real possessions, but in a way they're more like having a ticket stub that showed you went somewhere is like a ticket. But if you can have the physical Minecraft world you spent all this time on making your spawn areas for your worlds or your servers, not that I use this one, but if you spent so much time making pies in your Minecraft world, I think you'd want to have access to that. And this video is kind of like a little PSA. Hopefully I can, this video was sponsored by back up your Minecraft worlds. Back up anything you care about. I had someone in my, I had someone in my life, let's say, who used to have copies of every photo they'd ever taken since they were like 14 years old on their PC, like from like really bizarre specific things like, oh, that was their first job, their second job. This was a picture they took, that someone took of them when they were sleeping, and they kept that in that same folder too. It's a very, very, to me, I thought that was bizarre. I thought they were a really weird serial killer psychopath, like, who needs to keep that many memories? But sometimes I think, like, yeah, it would be cool to see all the things in the past. Not very often, but every now and then you have that feeling. Every now and then you think, yeah, that'd be kind of nice. Side note, by the way, I set this up originally to be the Lost Woods theme song, but I broke it so bad over the years. Let's see what it sounds like. Oh, it almost was pretty good. That was my original outro, so I made it in the game with note blocks. Again, playing around with note blocks, I didn't do great with it, but I did something. It was fun, and being able to like go through here and see the memories. This is a 7-year-old Minecraft concept. That was literally like just under a third of my life ago that I did this. Like I was a different human being. My issues, my problems were so different, and seeing something that you put a lot of time and thought into. Because, a lot of the things I cared about when I was, 18, 17, I don't care about too much anymore. A lot of things I cared about 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I don't. But it's nice to see the things that I did care about and to be able to look at them now. And it also makes you realize your change in perspective. Like, so yeah, I just wanted to say, back up your Minecraft world. Being able to see your old stuff, like this village well, my minecart track. This is my first minecart roller coaster I made. This is just objectively awful. Like, there's no defense like with the Redstone where I did something new. This was just a bad roller coaster. I covered it in wool as well, because you can do that with carpet at least. But like, there's this is from my video, the slowest you can move in Minecraft. If you crouch while going through cobwebs, while you're on soul sand, and that soul sand's on ice, this is the speed you move at in Minecraft. You can actually do this slow, and also there's a potion involved. You can do this slower now because shields are a thing, I think. I could be wrong. But I'd love to remake this video because it's like, it's one of my favorites. Like, it's such a dumb segment, but you can go real slow in Minecraft, and I'd love to revisit that sometime. See, like, it's not only, it's a reminder of the things that I'm like extra proud of from that days. Some videos, like 5 fun facts about fireworks, for instance, I liked making them, but afterwards it's like, was this like changing 21? And some videos I'm like, oh yeah, I really enjoyed that. I wish I could make that again. And looking back and being able to see the things from your past you wish you'd done again, you'd do again if you had the opportunity to redo, and the things you wouldn't redo if you had the opportunity. Let me find another example of something I wouldn't redo. Looking over here, I made this like elevator with pistons, and I learned about redstone, but I never even entirely understood how and why it worked, nor do I understand why on the bedrock version this doesn't, like, it's the exact same redstone, but it doesn't work, I guess because bedrock and Java are different. But like, because I never understood how it worked in the first place, because I just made the video on it and I shared people how to make it. I mean, again, the cauldrons somehow, like, they go up with the thing. I don't understand it in the slightest. If I'd have learned how to make that, then I'd be able to fix it for bedrock. Like, this is the sort of thing where I'm like, making tutorials about things that you don't care or understand too much about, because this is cool, but I never really wanted to use it in survival. Those are the things that I do regret. Whereas learning, like, like trying to build actual things that people like, because I think you can build whatever you like, but sometimes people are like, oh, that's a nice barn you made there, ToycatA. It's very bizarre. I like this barn, even now, but like, making things, there are some things I like, there are some things I dislike. This house, I think I made it to be sarcastic when people are like, hey, it's not a nice, you can't have a nice square Minecraft house. So here's my nice square Minecraft house, and here's my ugly, technically not a square in the slightest Minecraft house. I mean, I use stairs and slabs. People love stairs and slabs. I should make another sarcastic Minecraft building video. People love it when I'm sarcastic about how you should build in Minecraft. But yeah, I made a lot of things in this world, and you're seeing a lot of them right now. Speaking of, so to go back into the world tour itself, because this is going to be a big long form video that maybe you enjoy. Maybe this is the worst thing in the world, but that's sometimes what you need to have. You just need to have a long, chill chat, nostalgia, and for me, this is nostalgia myself. I don't care if you watch it. Okay, you know, I do care if you watch it, because otherwise the watch time, YouTube, something. But what I mostly care about is, like, how did this work? Is there, like, water under there? Or how is the sugarcane standing up without water in it? It's got to be water underneath the grass, right? Let's see. Nope. Water under the grass? Ah, there's water under the grass. So this is a sugarcane staircase. I think it was a video called, like, 7 interesting and unique staircases you can make in Minecraft. So, like, we've got this one right here. This one's, like, the traditional fancy. To this day, I don't know how no one noticed that the waterfall was misaligned by 1 block, but I'm glad that no one did, at least not in the comments I read. There's this staircase, which was, again, horrifically inefficient. We've got, I tried this a few times. I was like, there's something magical. Again, there's things you can play around creative that you really realize. There's something magical about walking on fence posts and then working as, like, a step, at least to me. We've also got the staircase like this, the nice spiral. I just love something about spiraling around a central pillar actually is a real nice way to make a staircase. I wouldn't ever want to do it in survival, but I like looking at them. And that's honestly, isn't that most of building tips in Minecraft? Like, it wouldn't be nice to do in survival, but it looks kind of nice, and therefore it makes a good screenshot, and therefore people will share it and do it anyway. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my opinions on this. Where did you spawn, Enderman? How did you spawn? I've got a lot of ugly builds around here. I want to talk about some of those. So this was a video about darkness and lightness in Minecraft, I think, talking about the different light levels, etc. So I had to make the darkest area possible, all black. This was a video about how much weight Steve could hold. So I just visualized it for people. This is how much weight he can hold. It's a lot of weight, right? I think. This was a video about 5... I think they were, like, ugly builds. They might have been my try-hard builds. But I was like, I'm going to make a car. This was my genuine attempt to make a car in Minecraft. I was like, there's wheels. There's a front. There's, like, a windscreen. I don't know what went so horribly wrong. But to this day, it's the worst thing I've ever made. I don't think you could make a worse car if you tried. I literally think this is the beauty, the creme de la creme. As far as, like, I've even got the nice little sky window thing, the roof light, the ceiling fan, wait, I'll get it, the roof. It's called the ceiling, the sunroof. The sunroof is there, misaligned, because it's only for the passenger, apparently, although it's not even really for them. There's a bed in here, there's a steering wheel, there's a sign. Oh, that's a nice sign. You'll notice in a lot of, around a lot of the world, there's these little Easter eggs. Like, I like to put a lot of Easter eggs saying follow at IBX ToycatA, just because it's a fun little bit of self-promotion, let's be honest. Also, these wheels, man, you know, mistakes were made, right? Mistakes were made. Also, to this day, I still get sometimes mocked for my creeper Steve man. It's Herobrine, but as a creeper, except instead of looking like a creeper, he looks like a... You know, we don't need to explain that. We don't need to explain that. What we do need to explain is if you look around the world, what you'll see a lot of, besides beautiful boats. Like, I know that boat's ugly, but this is my first time ever trying to build, like, a real ship in Minecraft, and I was proud of my job. I know it's awful, but I like it. I made a gravel flag because they're pirates, so what's the worst thing to have on a flag? Not a skull and crossbones. Much worse than that. But if you look around the world, next to the very pretty boats and very pretty cats... Oh, I made a whole video about this cat, actually. It's a cat that you can build in Minecraft. I just gave it a whirl because I was like, you know what? I'm going to try something different. And I think it's one of the lowest performing videos on my channel. I'm going to look right now. IBX ToycatA, how to build a cat. Literally can't find it. It doesn't even show up. I've got a video on... Okay, you know, it's... I must have unlisted it. It was like it was just an attempt, you know. I was like, oh, yeah, let's try something different. It was in that phase where Bedrock had just replaced console and the whole audience has shifted, and I was like, maybe people want cat building tutorials. They didn't want cat building tutorials. Also, my cat is ugly. You know, sorry, Puss in Boots, without the boots, but you are a bit ugly. Let's just admit that. Here's a Guardian that was meant to be part of a roller coaster. Oh yeah, I tried a second roller coaster. I don't even know why. I was just like, I'm building a roller coaster. It never went anywhere, because I was just trying a lot of wacky techniques, like trying them and seeing if they worked. But they didn't. Fun fact. They didn't. Yeah, that was a whole thing. But let's talk about updates, because ignoring the 1.11 update, which I clearly made here, so I guess I made a video in 2018, it would have been, I think. You can see how there's a bunch of things around here saying like TU65 or TU60 over here with my lovely little thing. Or like perhaps you could see TU43. Oh, it looks like eHut. Wait, look this way. TU43. In fact, if you look around the world like kind of counterclockwise, you'll see more and more updates appear. Why is the sheep a communist? You know, I'm not gonna question it. Not gonna question the sheep. Look over here, TU31. What's over here? 1.9, which I think was part of. It doesn't even say the TU anymore. I guess that was the last one. But this was like TU25, I think. It was like a lot of 1.9 features just without the new combat. Or the new axes. There's a lot of weird things that happened to the update. But yeah, basically, I made a lot of update videos in this world. Look, TU Infinite over here. I made a lot of update videos in this world because when a new update comes out, I thought like, instead of going out and getting them in survival, wouldn't it be cool to just show them easily in creative, how they work, etc. And people used to love that back in the day. But now I think things have literally flipped back the opposite way. Like, where instead of like being able to show them easily and like effectively, I think people like seeing things in survival more. Like, anyone can go into creative and test a new feature, but actually getting, say, a block of netherite, or actually getting any brand new thing really in survival, there's something about that people seem to appreciate more. So that's a change that's happened since the days. Because honestly, again, looking around this world, seeing my update videos or my fishing video, look for my fish pond, because I did an inordinate amount of testing for the luck versus luck chest. Like, I want to see if the luck potion helped fishing, because on Java the luck potion did nothing besides help fishing, and I think I proved that on the console version, the luck potion did nothing but help fishing. I could be wrong about that. But no, I proved on console, it didn't even do that. Like, it was widely believed that the luck potion actually did something. So, like, as part of that, I wanted to prove like, most of the time I put a lot of effort into something. Again, it was hours in the case of this video. It was for the sake of, like, we don't have access to the code. I would like to prove people wrong, because people always spread rumors like, oh, this totally does something, because I want it to. I don't have evidence, I just want that to be true. And therefore I've convinced myself it is. So what I actually did is I did a bunch of testing. I literally did 4 batches, like luck plus luck of the sea minus luck. Yeah, I had to do so much testing with fishing just to prove that, oh yeah, luck does nothing at all. 0 in the console edition. I'm pretty sure that was the result. Maybe I'm forgetting it and luck actually proved something. But my point is that I put a lot of effort into like trying to test certain things on insane levels. Like, I remember another one. I got the exact percentages for what odds you'd get for enchanting a book in Minecraft console, and I went through all of the effort of enchanting all the different things. So there's a chest over here, the chest over here, there's a chest over on each of these as well, based on different things. And the idea was like, okay, what enchantments do you get in each specific thing? And all I concluded was, oh, it's the same as the Java edition mechanics. And it hurt that I did like hours of work, and it didn't even result in anything. It was just, oh, yeah, that's a thing. I made this whole XP machine, which, again, it's a creative-only build, but I still like it regardless. You press this lever, and then it gives you a bunch of buttons, although the redstone seems to have stopped working. Man, every single redstone build I have in this world is, miraculously, does not seem to want to work. Is that gonna do it? Huh, what is this? Is there 2 levers required? I'm not sure what's going on here at all, honestly. All I know is I just want this to work. So let's just remove that, place that there. There we go. Oh, we needed a cycle, so I guess what I did is I like maybe did that. And now wait, look at this. There we go. Nope, doesn't. Damn it. Okay, we got it. No, we don't got it. I wonder why this keeps redstone locking. I must be bad at redstone. It worked back in the console days. I wonder what's changed since then. But anyway, so I had a redstone machine. Honestly, yeah, isn't it kind of wacky that this whole world was built in an entirely different version of Minecraft? So every redstone build you see is like, oh, I don't know for sure if that works over here. Good thing I wasn't a big redstone guy. Because all the redstone, people from the console days just like, oh, yeah, all our tutorials don't work. All your builds don't work. And that was just like an accepted part of switching platform. There really was like a big disaster and like the big change on the channel. Like, one of the reasons the channel almost got wiped out in 2017, one of the reasons the format of the videos you see in this world was because the entire fabric of the game we played when we played Minecraft Console Edition, like, again, I spent a lot of time fighting to you know, help because the console edition was never taken seriously by certain, like, big established YouTubers. So my thing was like, okay, I'm gonna be the guy who actually tests and works out and brings as much knowledge as I can to the game. By the way, 5 most useless items in Minecraft, I think. Before Elytras could use fireworks, they were just useless. Fun fact, now you know. I think that's what this video was. I don't know why I had them on item frames. Here's a stronghold I built wrong, by the way. But I've always kind of fought for that, and it was kind of weird seeing, like, oh yeah, everything we fought for, it's kind of back to square one with bedrock. And, you know, that's why now it's like, hey, we had to do a big campaign to make bedrock actually support controllers properly. It had such bad controls for the first year it was around. It's like, you can't release a game on consoles without, oh, whatever. You know, there's a lot of things we could reminisce about when it comes to the bedrock switch. I'm glad we got to where we are now. But let's talk about some of the projects we did just before then. One of the wackiest ideas I've ever had, this is on the last big videos I recorded in this world, that I kind of regret was, hey, what if we use collective ideas to build a house? Like, everyone gets 1 block to build a house. What would happen? And I was so sure people would look at the other people's things and we could, like, make a house. It would be messy, but it'd be a fun thing. Every single person left a comment independent of everyone else. Like, 3 people went together here by chance, I think. Oh, yeah, because it's 0-0. A few people were next to each other, like, look at this. But everyone was just like, oh, yeah, we'll just place a block. You know, I'll just pick random numbers, and that's how a house will be made. And to this day, I still want to do it again. Be like, hey, read the comments first before you place your number. But then it'd be like, you know, influencing the outcome. This was like the dumbest Minecraft science I've ever done, is what I'm trying to say. Because then I tried the same thing, like, okay, I'll try it on Twitter or on Instagram. I think it was Twitter. You know, who uses Instagram? And I was like, okay, read each other's comments. And then the same thing happened, where the closest thing we got to a house was 2 doors, a cake, and a jungle sapling. Because I made a smaller area. So yeah, this is definitely one of those, like, try that again in the future ideas that maybe we just won't try again in the future, if we're being entirely honest. So next up, let's talk about this area right here. I got really big on the idea that it's so cool you can write letters in Minecraft, because everyone knows you can write ToycatA. But I really love the idea that you could use different formats to write things. So banners is a fun one. I've got every banner in the game. Oh no, we've just got cats, sun, off. Wait, we can be real funny here. If I reckon. So yeah, there we go. Wait, look at this. I am the funniest. I am good at humor. Please do not come after me, American government. Anyway, so this was my, like, I had a little phase where I was really obsessed with, like, writing letters. Again, I think this made a video, just like 5 different ways you could do it. Because that's how a lot of my videos kind of came to be. I really like different areas of Minecraft. The fact that this same game has so many different ways to play, so many different things you can do within it. Like, hey, I wanted to test the maximum level you could get. So like, oh yeah, here's my, oh no, this was fireworks. Oh, this was trying to slow down the game frame rate. I think it'll probably work here in Bedrock. Let's see for sure if it does. Actually, surprisingly not. This used to bring Minecraft console down to like 0 FPS. But here we can handle like an insane number of them without any frame rate drops. I think, at least. Also, we got a disc for some reason. Where did that come from and why? I have questions, but we won't go through them now. Yeah, basically I had this I had a lot of machines that would crash console because I enjoyed breaking the game. That was like another little just subcategory. Like, oh yeah, I liked testing out Redstone, testing out creative building. Here's Majora's Mask. Here's a Nintendo Switch. Here's the Undertale ghosts and flower. I mean, there was only one ghost in Undertale, right? He had headphones on. He was a pretty chill dude. Here's a flower. He's a pretty chill dude. Actually, you're not. He ends the world. Spoiler alert. This is the red boat, the king something something, king of Hyrule maybe. I don't know. Is that a spoiler too? It's the boatman who has a boat sheep. I really like this. It's a shame I could never like properly get the bridge above it to work. But yeah, I got obsessed with bridges at one point because I think the Minecraft Reddit had a big thing for bridges. I got obsessed with like building cartoon versions of things I enjoyed, or like pixel art versions of things I enjoyed, like memorializing my love for Wind Waker, my favorite Zelda game. I loved Undertale. I like the Switch. I didn't like the Wii U, which is why I covered up my Wii U with the Switch. Yeah, memorializing things in Minecraft is a surprisingly interesting thing, because like that's why I think it's extra important to keep worlds like this, because as a reminder of the things that I was like so passionate about that I made them in the Minecraft. Sometimes it was things just for videos. My most popular video ever, I think, fun fact, was this one, was a video recorded right over here. 7 Minecraft mobs and their weaknesses is still to this day either my second or first most viewed video. It was just a video about how to take down mobs. I had the idea and I was like, oh yeah, people would really like that probably. And then, you know, 5 million views later. Like that video single-handedly, you know, probably like, you know, again, allowed me to go from being a, you know, YouTuber who can just about handle this to a YouTuber who could do it full-time. Because midway through this world in 2014, I did switch to being a full-time YouTuber. And you can kind of, it's interesting to see that since then, I was able to put like a lot more effort into this. And I'm so grateful for the people who allowed me to do the, again, to like just goof around with end rods one day. I didn't have a good reason. I was just like, this is an interesting block. I'll find something fun with it. I still think that's the best way to play around with anything in Minecraft. Just goof around with it. Maybe you'll find something fun. Maybe you won't. Over here, this is the 10 most, the 10 least popular blocks according to Twitter. No, this was 10 most popular. I don't know how anyone thought diamond blocks were pretty, but... Or maybe this was least pretty, actually. No, it's got gravel. It's least pretty. So I asked people to rate, like, the ugliest blocks and the prettiest blocks. These were the ugliest 10. These were the prettiest 10. Oh, I guess I did both in one video. So I went, like, 10th ugliest, 10th prettiest, 9th ugliest, 9th prettiest, 9th, 8th. Yeah, I guess that's what we did for the whole thing. How fun. How cutesy of me. What a good video that must have been. Wow, I'd love to go back and watch 2014 ToycatA. That's a lie. I don't want to. Here's a hopper clock, I assume. Yep. Fun piece of redstone. I made a video about redstone clocks, because, like, ways you can make redstone pulse. I still don't understand how this one works. Again, it's one of those things where, like, it's a common design, but, like, why does this work? Why does this do what it does? I can't really tell you, but I guess it works in bedrock. That's nice. This right here, too. Same thing, but involves a block. Kind of nice. This thing is the much simpler version. Huh, only the redstone torches go on and off. Not the thing itself. So, okay. I guess that gives you, like, 3 times the redstone capacity that, like, they blink it in and out. So, oh, that's really, really odd, actually. You could have, like, oh, I can't, you know, I'm being inspired with redstone right now. That's the beauty of this video. This video was just meant to be, here's the retrospective. And I'm looking at this like, oh, the things you could build. I don't know the things you could build, but I love the fact that I am looking and wanting to do it. And isn't that the real beauty behind the game? So yeah, let's just show you a few more things that like are some of my favorite of the world. Here is my rainbow beacon, as you can see. Here is my Nether portal with the kind of obsidian behind it. When I learned you could do this, it was so cool I had to share it. Like, I needed people to know about this amazing thing that you could do with portals. Because I'd always seen portals that were made out of non-standard shapes, and I thought, those darn hackers, how are they doing this? And then, like, again, I wanted to share in a video. Because some people love to, like, keep their knowledge all to themselves. My favorite thing, personally, though, is, like, trying to share it and, like, letting people do the same thing. I've never been a big fan of elitism. I think knowledge wants to be free or whatever else. Actually, knowledge wants to charge you for... No, knowledge doesn't want to charge you. But, so yeah, let's show you another thing. Dumb thing here. 5... I don't know what these Minecraft builds were meant to be, but it was 5 weird, quirky Minecraft builds. So here's an enchanting table on legs, in case, again, you want to be quirky. Here's a giant pig statue that's got a bloody underneath. You know, bloody hell, what's that doing over there? There's blood under that pig, there is. That's my British accent, do you like it? This is still something I really like, oh yeah, it's an automated farm. So you can, like, you could grow all the things automatically if you wanted to. That sounds fun. This is my boat testing area. And oh, yeah, these sponges were placed before sponges were sponges. So if I do any block updates now, they'll sponge all the water around them. Because I've got a dry sponge here in the water. Because this was before sponges actually were, you know, actually sponged up water. Which is cool to me that this world predates sponges working as their actual block. They're just one of those alpha blocks they updated way after. Again, there's like history, there's a tale that comes to this world. Look over here. There's a minecart in there somewhere that you used to be able to, oh, there we go. It's a secret house you can only access, you know, via the minecart thing. You wouldn't know it was a secret house, you just assume something's on fire. Hide your house inside the lava. Hide your house by making it so you can't see it from a distance. Look at that, the house over there. You see it's a house made out of chests. The chests vanish. And they also vanish because it's based on Y distance as well. Or they used to, if you go up high enough. So you could trick people if you really wanted to. Not anymore. Okay, yes, anymore. So look, you're like, oh, yeah, there's water down there. Let's jump in it. And then the house gets in the way and then they die. You know, in Minecraft, people are allowed to die and it's allowed to be funny. There's so many dumb things, like here's a house made out of signs, a house made out of gravel, a house... This is just actually like... This was the smallest gap you can make in Minecraft, I think, because you can still shoot arrows through it, so I think that's what that was. I tested a lot of things for that video. I tested a lot of things. Does not count, because I guess they're real blocks. Anyway, so looking around a few more places, I want to show off this. This was my attempt to make a house using one of every block. This was the first start of my like new era of the channel. Again, like the channel was dying at one point. We were basically done for as a concept. Yeah, done for like we were like you know, going downwards in the whole like, oh yeah, let's work out my real world prospects. This was one of those videos in the batch of let's spend hours or days or whatever making videos. Like I collected every Minecraft block in survival. It took me like hours just to make the creative diagram to test they were all there. And then it took me, you know, like dozens, it took me so long to actually get them in survival. Then I figured like we'd use the same thing just for fun to build a house out of all of them. It went awfully because I had to place them in order, by the way. That's why it was a mess. I think I tried again actually, and I think it was also a mess. Let's see. Yep, I tried again, and I can confirm it was also a mess. Actually, this one's kind of nice by comparison. We got like a wall, we've got a fountain. I like this one a lot. People never watch that video. It makes me sad. It was such a beautiful video. Go watch it. You kind, considerate YouTube viewers for being here 35 minutes into my rants. Next up, I've got some just pretty buildings. Well, actually, this was a deliberately ugly building I used for background gameplay to like upset people. Whenever I build really ugly things, I get a bunch of comments, and I feel like, you know, that's probably good for the YouTube video. If people can't look at an ugly build, then you know, I would love to profit from that. And so there's a few things around here. I think I've got one more around here somewhere. Here are my chests. I think the giant chest, to this day, #1 thing you should make. You can make your giant chest out of chests. You can make your giant chest out of orange concrete. Is it concrete? It's concrete. Or you can make your chest out of wood. That'll do the same job, but it's such a standard must-have build. Here's a blast furnace, I think. Here is a horse a lot. I built a horse and it was so impressive. I was like, let's just finish it with an ocelot. And what we ended up with was this. You know, there's a lot of great things in this world. Let's finish this tour up though. Here are 10 animals. Again, I literally can't talk about every single video because there's over 1,000 of them. Here's 10 animals you can make in Minecraft. A bee, a duck, a panda. You get the point. Some of them are varying quality. I had a lot of fun making so many dumb videos, but the fact is, I did make a lot of videos here. Some videos used the same areas. Some videos didn't. Some videos just kind of existed. Sometimes I'd make dumb things just for background gameplays, and sometimes I'd do things just because I wanted to test it. Look at this, YouTube money. Back in the day, there was like a big stigma against like making money on YouTube. Like, oh, you monster. Why don't you just do this for the love, you idiot? And it's like, you can do something for love and money. They're like, no. You only do something for love if you don't make money. So my whole thing was like, nah, flaunt it. Guess what? Make that YouTube dollar. Really like that to this day. I think if anyone shames you for making money for doing what you love, you should shame them out of your life. Shame them for doing what they love and not getting paid. Shame them for doing what they hate to get money. Because that should be the worst thing, you know? The real money whore would be the person who does what they hate in exchange for money. Whereas the real, you know, like, if you do what you love for money, then that should be considered the better thing. But I digress. The way I want to finish this video, because although I've shown off every single corner, you can see every build somewhere in here. I tried to make a, like, texture pack thing for a video. Here is my redstone you can try. Like weird, wacky, dumb redstone. Like if you eat the cake, it detonates a redstone thing. Because I said free cake on the sign, not free cake. So if you eat the cake and you don't pay, the explosion kills you. There's lots of beautiful things that I've built over my time. But let's finish things off today by saying, hey, look at this. I made a secret entrance to the Xbox One. Back when I liked the Xbox One at a certain point. I liked 4J still, to this day. It's a shame these two things aren't linked anymore. I liked shields. Oh god, this is the derpiest dispenser I've ever seen. I liked a lot of things in the past, and this is where I want to finish today's video, because here is the most recent video that I made in here. You probably saw it, but given that we started at Black One-Legged Steve, one of the first things people recognize about the world, it seems logical to finish on the last things I made, my awful off-brand Minecraft structures. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video where I made these things. It took a surprising amount of time actually, like 2 hours or something like that. It wasn't a very good or successful thing, but it was a lot of fun. And that's the message I want to send with this video. It doesn't, if people tell you that your stuff isn't worth making because you don't, because they don't like how it looks, that's not how it works. You can take their advice if you want to, as like how to improve it. But if someone ever gives you the advice, just don't do it, or it sucks, you shouldn't have spent your time on that, they're not being good friends, they're not being good people, and they're not even correct. They're not even right about something. If you enjoyed doing something, if you had fun doing it, and you want to do it again, then that is on you, you know? That is for you to, you know, do, and no one can tell you what you can and cannot do. No one can tell you that if you want to make a house that just a cat lives in, because it looks like a cyclops eye, look at it now, you can see it, can't you? If someone wants to tell you you can't make a chest that when you open it, you get an anvil dropped on your head, oh, that didn't work. That was odd. If someone wants to tell you you can't play around with these things and make these things happen, then you tell them, no sir, that's not how that works. As long as you enjoy doing it, or as long as you want to keep on doing so, that's the most important thing about playing video games, because it is meant to be a game where you decide what to do. And obviously, I'm a big creative survival player, not a big creative player. This is not where the bulk of my Minecraft hours have gone. Which, fun fact, just to show you real quick, it's this just in the Xbox One version alone. Again, bear in mind, I play a lot of PC for videos and stuff. But if we go to, I don't even know how you find this, in the official club maybe. Yeah, I played a lot of Minecraft. Even if I put like 3,000 hours into this world, let me show you the stats we have for Minecraft as a whole, because a lot of people see it and they're like, oh wow, that's something, huh? That admittedly includes time in the menus and stuff, but still, that's pretty good. Also, look, I got 111 achievements. I got all the achievements, all the stuff, and if you want to do that, you can. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. The cool thing about Minecraft, I'm gonna say it again, one last time, the most important thing about this game is that no one can tell you that daily quest ready to turn in to play Game Pass. No, the important thing to know about Minecraft is that no matter how much it might seem like it on YouTube, a lot of even like fans are pushing this dangerous narrative that there's one way to play Minecraft, and it's however the most popular YouTubers at the time are playing. No, I don't agree with that. I think Minecraft is the game you play how you want to. You can watch who you want to. You can do what you want to. You can make what you want to. That's what it's about. And if anyone tells you that that's wrong, they're the one that's wrong, not you. Speaking of things that are wrong, you can subscribe if you're one of the 60% of people who aren't as they watch this video. Did you know that's a thing that a particular Minecraft YouTuber... Oh, I forgot about that. That's a thing a particular Minecraft YouTuber did. And it's very popular. You know, and I'm gonna dream big on this one and dream that you subscribe to my channel, because that is a successful thing I'm taking. Or you could not subscribe. Let's be honest, like, YouTube will just show you my stuff potentially anyway. But subscribing boosts my ego, and more importantly, it increases the odds that we'll see future videos like this one daily on your homepage. Thank you for supporting the channel in any way over the years. Some people have been members or super chatted or even better, tipped via Streamlabs. Some people have just been subscribed the whole way. And honestly, no matter how big or small your contribution to the channel, the fact that you've been here at all is something I never expected from anyone, let alone hundreds of thousands of people. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day, because I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.